Today on DNVR Buffs Live, we have an absolute banger. Warren Sapp, Pac-Man Jones, Emory Hunt. We're just getting started here in New Orleans. Let's go. Let's go!
Squad! Yes, sir. Coming to you live from Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans, DNVR Buffs Live. We are presented by our friends over at Bet365. Download the app, sign up with the code DNVR365. Place a bet of $5, and you'll get $150 in bonus bets directly into your account. We have a packed show today. Banger.
Let's go, man. I woke up today after a long night last night, and I was not feeling it. And now I'm feeling it.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Honestly, next time I see Warren Sapp, I'm going to thank him. He cured my hangover. By just being himself.
100%.
Just brought the energy, and I haven't felt bad since. And that was hours ago.
For real. You got to, get up to his level when you're around him.
Oh, yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah, we'll get to Coach Sapp later in the show.
Stay tuned.
We'll have Emory Hunt joining us live on the show to talk Shedeur Travis NFL Draft. And then we also talk to Pac-Man Jones. Not a bad day, huh?
Yeah, great day. Great day. And, this is truly the unofficial beginning of when Media Row, trying to teach myself to say it that way, they changed the name just for us. Media Row starts getting popping on Wednesday, so this is just the beginning.
I love that music in the background, man. That has not gotten old yet, man.
I know. Can we keep that permanently?
For real.
Okay, cool.
Yaya had some lit music for us the other day when he did our show, too.
There's something
true.
Something about those horns, though,
Yeah. Chat, tell us what you think about the music in the intro. Not the intro song. But
Man, I heard some fire music last night, man. We was at the media party. That boy Manny Fresh pulled up, was DJing. I heard the Soul Rebels, a New Orleans-based, I believe, jazz
poppin'.
band. They were fire, for real. That was dope. It was a good time, man. Media party was pretty fun.
Media party went off, bro.
What was that song? It was like something about stories from the battlefield. Did you hear that one?
Yeah.
That was fire.
Yeah, your review of the media party?
You mean my stories from the battlefield?
Yeah.
We
went to war last night.
Us versus alcohol. It always wins.
It's crazy. Why do we keep doing this?
I don't know. It was the best media party I've been to yet. Just the overall size of the venue, the complete variety of options for food. Mm-hmm. There was a bar every 13 steps.
So convenient.
Yeah.
It was great. I had a blast.
They had frozen margs and stuff even. It was
Going
crazy.
to bourbon afterwards was unnecessary.
Oh. Probably.
Why do we do that to ourselves? Oh, wait. Where was Scott?
Where was Scott?
Hey, man.
You made the right choice.
After the media – thank you, bro. After the media party, again, the media party ended officially at about 11 o'clock. And, of course, you know us. We're still straggling probably until about maybe 11:30 or so. Mm-hmm. At that point, it had been a long day. You feel me? And, I was ready. The responsible crew went home afterwards. Me, RG, you feel me, Hank. Yaya, even though Yaya tried to guilt trip me previously, about an hour previous,
that.
Bro, we got to come out. And then I find him also at the Airbnb when we got back. But, man, I hope y'all had fun.
We had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun.
Yes.
It was great. We had I don't even know where the hell we were, but I just remember screaming out all the small things.
Oh, yeah. The famous door.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
And then we went back to the swamp.
Y'all actually went back?
Yes, bro.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I don't know if you would have been able to handle even walking in those doors again.
PTSD would have just been rushing back. Did y'all dabble back in the swamp juice then?
We thought about it, but no, we didn't know.
No swamp. It's no swamp water.
Like I said, bro, when I was back just laying in my bed, probably, I don't even know, 1:30, 2 o'clock maybe, I had just woken up somehow, and I was like, I'm going to get on Twitter. The first tweet I see, Buffs, DNVR Buffs live from the bar on Twitter. I'm like, let me pop in and see what these boys are.
You're one of the lucky few, man. If you catch a late night DNVR Buffs live from the bar, it's caught on so much that now RG just travels with the microphones just in case. Just in case we go, or RC, yeah. RC was, when I was in high school or in college, we called it the mayor. Whoever's the drunkest is the mayor.
Yeah.
RC was the mayor.
Hey, I can't wait. Actually, that you mentioned, I can't wait for the video to come out because RC was RC's idea last night during the media party. He went out around everybody, you know, the viral TikTok trend.
Oh, yeah.
My name is Scott Proctor, and I think so-and-so is going to be the drunkest tonight. So I'm excited to see that video finally put together.
I'll just tell you,
results.
I was right.
It was a fun time, man.
Oh, man.
All right, let's bring Pac-Man onto the show. It was a good talk with him. He was great.
What an interesting fella.
And I think he's our friend. I think we're going to see him again.
Yes.
Yeah, we can
definitely link him again.
Yeah. All right, here's Pacman Jones. We got Adam Pacman Jones joining the show. What's up, man? We're going to be talking some Colorado football. We need some advice on West Virginia, too. We're going to go there for the first time this year.
All right.
But, you know, obviously Travis Hunter winning the Heisman Trophy, Shedeur going to be a top draft prospect. Just your reaction to seeing those guys ball out this year.
Everybody refer to me as the Black Adam Scheffler now.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. No, I'm just fucking with you.
Hey, you have been breaking the news lately. You've been going crazy lately.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Your question was about Shedeur. Shedeur and Travis.
Yeah.
I think they both top 6 picks. I don't think now one of them go up under 6.
Is that what your inside sources are telling you?
My sources are saying, everybody keep thinking that the Giants won't take him. I don't believe that. I believe the Giants will take him.
Shedeur?
Yeah. I think Travis go
to Cleveland. Okay.
He gonna hate it, but
yeah,
I think that's where he go.
Oh, man.
That's what's up. Hey, could you explain to the people kind of your relationship that goes back years with Coach Prime and, you know, Deion Sanders, your relationship? You know, I think your mentor.
Man, it go all the way back to I was getting out of college. Man, I met my sophomore year in college. And after that, you know, he's been nothing but a role like a big brother, a father figure. Long nights that we've had crying and some nights we had, you know, celebrating. But he's been – words cannot express how much he had an impact on my life, at least the last 15 years, you know what I mean? He's been there with me through my ups and downs, always a phone call away. Smart, though. Helped me through a lot of shit, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Taught me how to respect the count of $1, you know what I mean, instead of not respecting the money. So just everything, man. I mean, like, spiritually, it's hard to get a person like that, and it's been a blessing for me to have Deion in my life because I'm more of a Michael Irvin type, so we be needing guys like Deion. You know what I mean? Like I'm off the porch, I'm a little loud. Sorry, outside. You know what I mean? I'm outside, but, and we have a guy like that can bring us back down, and which I think guys like me and I said like Michael Irvin, we need guys like that.
How cool has it been for you to kind of see him use that gift that he has that you're talking about to impact so many young players coaching college football? It's
crazy, man. And if we would have said Deion would be at Colorado 4 years ago from Jackson State, we wouldn't have said that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think it shows he won at every level. I mean, high school he won, Jackson State he won. Now he at Colorado. Colorado ain't won 4 games in the last century.
Don't remind me.
They over and under. I think the over and under. I won this year. I bet they went over 6.5 games. and I won $32,000.
Let's go.
Let me hold some. What's
Shout out
up?
to my team at BetOnline.ag for giving me that bet.
While we're shouting things out, shout out to PXG too. How's your golf game,
Oh,
man?
PXG have saved my life with the golf game, buddy. Black Ops are very forgiving. We got the secret weapon just came out.
Oh.
Y'all heard about it?
No, I need that.
It's an in-between a driver and a 3-wood.
Oh,
So if you can hit a 3-wood, but you can't hit a driver,
that's literally me.
you need the secret weapon. Because I can hit my 3-wood probably like 275.
All right.
But the secret weapon, I should be able to hit this one at least by 300
Dang.
with control.
They're moving it.
Yeah, it's a pretty forgiving club.
So I was listening to you on Two Bears with Tom.
Yeah.
And you were
That's my
talking
man.
about some crazy nights you had in Vegas. I was curious if you have a good story from New Orleans.
No, New Orleans. Nah. Strip club. But it wasn't like strip clubs here are not like the strip clubs in Atlanta. It's more of a fucking cabaret show here. I don't want that. I want some real girls. I want some chicken wings, you know what I mean? With some hip hop music. So it's a different little vibe here.
What about Morgantown, though? We're going to be heading out there.
Unbelievable.
Where do we have to hit out there?
When are y'all going?
We're going for the Colorado game this year. So
Oh,
do you
I'll
remember
be there.
what week?
I'll be there too.
All right.
Maybe we hang out that weekend.
Yeah,
I'll
let's
take
link.
y'all around
Let's
the
go.
city.
Play some
We'll go
golf.
downtown, yeah. Play some golf. Hopefully it ain't too cold when we go up there.
That's true. Oh yeah, it's all the way in
Bullshit.
November, isn't it?
Yeah, it'd be freezing up there.
Morgantown really nice for real. It's a nice spot.
It's like that.
Okay, I've heard
All
some-
the way like that. Do you
Okay.
hear me?
I hear you for sure. I hear
Are you
crystal
single?
clear. Yes.
It's like
Hey,
that.
that's my dog.
No cap.
For sure that.
Yeah, Morgantown is an unbelievable place.
looking
Shout
forward
out
to
Coach
that.
Rod, man. We got Coach Rod back.
Yeah.
Love the AD. Thing is, he's doing a good job. West Virginia basketball is up right now, men and women's. We was really good in baseball. I think football will get turned around this year with Rich Rod in there.
For sure that.
All right, we'll be rooting for them except for when they play Colorado.
Yes.
All good. I'll be in the middle of that game, but I'm still gonna root for West Virginia.
Yeah.
Got to be
You
who
got
you
it.
are.
I have my Dion's on that Pop sent me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? But I have that West Virginia top on.
We're going to have to link that weekend for sure.
Yeah, that'll be one.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
we'll
right,
find
man.
you.
Well, thank you for the time. Appreciate you and PXG for stopping by.
You smell me.
And I'm gonna have to get that
If
secret
you
weapon.
want some good clubs, they ain't hard to find.
Oh, I need to see the hat.
Hey.
Okay, that's icy.
Yeah, all black.
Yeah, for sure that.
We got some good merch too, man. Y'all should check it out. Really good. Shout out to PXG. No cap.
Shout out to Pacman Jones.
Appreciate you.
Secret
Pac-Man.
weapon. Go get
Appreciate
it.
you, bro.
Right now. No problem, guys.
Absolute legend.
What a guy. That was hilarious and electric. All of it.
Him asking Scott if he's single is a highlight for me.
That boy got me turned from Morgantown now. I was down after what I heard from Todd, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that was a little down on Morgantown, but now that might have skyrocketed at the top of my list.
Let's
the
go.
destinations I'm trying to go to.
We're finally aligned.
Do you think we'll
that's
actually
what's
be
up.
able to hang out with him in Morgantown?
I don't think so.
I'm going to believe. So we going to run into bro.
I mean, I think we know where to go to try to
Yeah.
find him now.
Strip club, chicken wings, where it's at. That's where we at with it.
We won't be able to go live on that one.
A little walk and talk.
Post-game presser.
Oh, man.
Bro, that would be hilarious.
I just know Pac-Man got to be like one of the coolest dudes to just pop out, just have a night out in the town with. You know y'all gonna have a good time together.
Oh, yeah. And he, like, knows everyone.
Exactly.
He's on all the shows. He's just, yeah.
When I heard him on that podcast recently, Two Bears, One Cave, I was just like shocked that like he was like legitimately friends with those guys. They had all these stories together. I'm like, how does this guy know everyone? He's friends
Yeah.
with everyone.
Yeah.
What a
And
legend.
it was just super cool, too, to just hear about, again, his relationship, his mentorship from Coach Prime. And I think that's it's true, right? Because his comparison to Michael Irvin, I feel like is very accurate, right? They seem very alike, and Deion Sanders is very much not like them. But he just, he opens up to everybody, and I think that's part of what makes Coach Prime such a special coach and person as well.
All right, let's take our first break. We got our next guest coming up right now. Shout out to the homies over at Bet365, the place to bet on Super Bowl 59. NBA season, NHL season, all that good stuff. Put in some futures, too. Over-under win total starting to come out. Big 12 odds for this season coming out. So hit up our friends and sign up with the code DNVR365 when you download the app. Deposit $10 and place a bet of $5 to get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins or loses. Use those bets on literally anything on the app, man. Spread, totals, player props, futures, SGPs, all that good stuff. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. You must be 21 or older and physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER.
Also, shout out to Elevations Credit Union. If you won $32,000 on a bet on the over for the Buffs, then make sure you hit up our friends over at Elevations Credit Union so you can put that away. And they also have, of course, the world's sexiest credit card of all time. It's the SCO Buffs Visa Signature Rewards Card, the only official credit card of CU Athletics. It's great looking, and it also benefits the Buffs every single time you swipe. And again, you can only get it at Elevations Credit Union. So go to buffscreditcard.com to apply and see full card benefits and details.
Well done. Our next guest is here.
All right, let's bring on our next guest. Come on. Let him finish his text here.
Mr. Emory Hunt from CBS Sports.
In Football Game Plan, man, Emory, in my opinion, is the best draft analyst that there is. The first time I ever had Emory on one of my shows was right after a Broncos draft. And, I mean, we asked him about every player down to the 7th-round picks, the undrafted guys. Nobody knows more about more players than Emory Hunt. So it's a pleasure to have you on, Emory.
Appreciate y'all. I love the work that y'all do, man. And, this is fun to see you guys continue to grow and cover these big events like this.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
A lot.
Well, let's get into it. Shedeur Sanders, really. A lot has been said about him, coming into this year. I think he proved some people wrong, but we were talking before the show. There's just some people who are never going to, see the light, see what he can actually do on the football field. Just what are your thoughts on Shedeur as an NFL draft prospect?
I think he's the top quarterback in his class, and it's not to knock Cam Ward, who I have as 1B, because I think he's excellent too. But Shedeur Sanders has been my QB1 for his class since 2021, going back to Jackson State. The tweets are out there so folks can go and look at the receipts. I know they're digging right now, but I'm saying he was the black Joe Burrow. And what was fascinating about him and why I came away so blown away, because you guys know I do all this draft work, and I didn't know what to expect from Shedeur when he took the field at Jackson State, because I hadn't seen him play high school ball. I didn't know what the situation was. I didn't know how good he was. Then when he took the field, I'm like, wait. After about a game, that was a good throw. And then after the second or third game, I'm like, wait, he is making senior-level throws as a freshman. And it wasn't about the yardage or anything. It was decisions. And the fact that he's making those decisions that young spoke volumes to me. And then so to see him have success year one, year two, statistically had success last year considering, and then this past season have success. So you're seeing him linearly go this way, and your touch timing, anticipation, accuracy is the foundation for a great quarterback play. If you can't do that, then you can't play great quarterback. And the fact that, I brought this up last year when people were trying to knock him in the offseason, like how many 80-plus need-to-go-get-it drives we've seen him do. We had a 99-yard drive. We saw him lock in and do it, and that's what we love about Tom Brady. That's what we love about Joe Burrow. That's what we love about Jalen Hurts. That's what we love about Russell Wilson when he in his prime. When you knew they got Patrick Mahomes, when they got the ball last, they're going to go down and get what they need to get. And Shedeur was like that, so he's always been like that, and it's amazing to see him just continue to grow and progress each and every year.
And you said something recently on Twitter that I haven't heard a lot of people say, but I completely agree with it. You said that it takes no time to turn the football team around now.
Zero.
Washington pretty much did it last year with the number 2 overall pick. I believe Houston did the year before pretty much with C.J. Stroud, number 2 overall pick as well. Why do you think that is the case, nowadays, and how likely is that for a guy like Shedeur at the next level?
Folks ignore history so much. And history always tells us the future, right? If we just go back and look. And first of all, this is why I believe it doesn't take long, because people love to tell you the free lie of, it takes 3 to 4 years to turn around a football team, a pro team.
Right.
You mean to tell me if I'm a professional general manager with professional scouts and all we do is focus on the top talent coming out of college, and I get 7 picks of the top talent. I get to scrape off the top. You mean tell me my team is going to be 2-14? There's no way. That mathematically that doesn't make sense. We get to pick the best of the best, and we're putting out here a 2-4. No, that doesn't make sense. It's the reason why you also say a college team can't beat an NFL team. Why? Because they got the best of the best, right?
Yep.
So it doesn't take long to turn a team around.
Yeah.
And just to use a practical, example, Sean Payton, Saints had the number 2 overall pick in 2005 when Sean Payton, the 06 when he took over.
Yep.
He drafts Reggie Bush, has a very good draft that year. They're in the NFC Championship game. Washington, you brought up, NFC Championship game. We've seen Jalen Hurts turn that team around once he became the full-time starter. Playoffs. And so it has happened time and time again. And Kansas City did it with, Patrick Mahomes' his first year starting, Super Bowl? So it's not hard. You get to pick the best of the best. And you mean tell me you can't put a team out there that to me, when people say it takes time, that's trying to block, that's to get the smoke off them or off the coaching staff, because theoretically it doesn't make sense.
I love that. There are a million people in this room right now who you can ask about Shedeur Sanders or Travis Hunter and can, give you some take. There are very few people who you can ask, what did you think of Chidozie Nwankwo at the Hula Bowl? Or what did you think of Jimmy Horn and LeJontay Wester at the Shrine Game? And you're at all these places. You know a little something about all these guys. I'm curious, just in either of those experiences, which of the Buffs stood out to you in those games?
All of them really stood out. And I'm not saying that because I'm on a Colorado show, but they all stood out. And I think how they practice and the attention that they've garnered at Colorado kind of yields them to perform big. Otherwise, you're not going to play. Otherwise, they're going to go get somebody else out the portal. You know what I'm saying? They're going to replace you, right? So they already have the expectation of, I got to bring it. And when you look at someone like Wester, and how I think Wester, people will look at his size and try to knock him on that. He's a fantastic receiver. Horn, to me, reminds me a lot of Kevontae Turpin. And how explosive he is and smooth he is with the ball. He's almost like an Olympic skier, how he just navigates through and just like, man, he just glides, right? You like how people, and I warned someone that I was standing next to when we were watching Will Shepherd and, like the individual drills. Like he dropped the ball or just didn't. I was like, don't focus on that. Like he's a gamer. When the lights are big and the game is on, he doesn't drop those. He makes the plays above the rim. He's able to go low and get a ball. He's able to withstand contact. We've seen that live in games. So don't let – I brought up the time when I was at the Senior Bowl, and during individual period, Cooper Kupp had like 3 drops. And everybody was like, oh, let's see this FCS kid is not good. I'm like, bro, he broke Jerry Rice's receiving record. That record been standing since '85. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like,
he can catch.
He can catch. Like, don't judge him based off this warm-up practice. He's probably nervous. And then you go back to the Hula Bowl, you watch Chig play, and, I said this. Because the other 2 DNs really stood out too, but by Chig being so short and squatty, obviously people are going to knock him because of his height. But I'm like, okay, he got great ball get off. There's a role for him, whether it's in the NFL or UFL, wherever. But if he wants to be on the NFL team, and judging by how athletic he showed and quick he is off the ball, fullback is an option. You think about how the Ravens utilize Patrick Ricard. Yeah. We've seen Bruce Miller Bruce Miller was a 2-time All-American at UCF with like 40 sacks. And when he got to San Francisco, it's like, okay, that's another 3-4 outside linebacker. No, fullback. Like, wait, this dude just led the nation in sacks, and they're going to move him from that to fullback, and it worked for him until he, fizzled out. But I can see a pathway for him probably doing that, goal line. We've seen Ole Miss damn near got 7 touchdowns from a fullback, from a D tackle. You know what I'm saying? Pagee. So I can see Chig doing something extra to kind of prove his worth out there in the NFL.
Love it. I got to go back to the Joe Burrow comp. Because this is a thing for Jake. I got destroyed when I said that. People, he's not going to throw 60 touchdowns, blah, blah, blah. But it's how he plays. It's the accuracy. It's honestly the swagger and confidence, too. And the sneaky athleticism. Those are the things that stood out to me. People throw out Geno Smith a lot, too. And that's a pretty good comp at this point because he's had a great resurgence in his career. But I think that, what we were just talking about, turning around an NFL team, Shedeur can definitely do that. So I appreciate you having that comp.
I'm glad you brought that up because the psychology behind what people say. See, I study words and I study history, and people are not going to pull a fast one on me. So when people say stuff, they say it for a reason, right? So when I say Geno Smith, the first thing that comes to your mind is what? Him fizzling out with the Jets.
Yes, exactly.
That's why. Now, truth be told, the physical comp makes sense. But the reason why they throw Geno Smith out there because they want you instantly to think about him with the New York Jets and not him with the Seahawks.
Throwing shade,
right?
pretty much.
They're throwing shade. When you say Joe Burrow, the first thing that you think about is the success, one of the elite quarterbacks, and so they don't want to acknowledge the fact that that's a great comp too. Because let's go pound for pound what the comp is, right? What's the knock about Joe Burrow? He doesn't have elite on. What people say about Shedeur?
Exactly.
They don't have elite on. Both guys think they're more athletic than what they are, right?
Yeah.
So they end up doing what? Taking a lot of sacks, right? Who does what? Both guys do that,
Exactly.
right? When the game is on the line, Joe Burrow is going to do what? He's going to drive down the field and make plays and make it happen, right? Shedeur does the same thing. And the toughness. Think about the hit we saw Joe Burrow take in the Citrus Bowl against UCF.
Right.
Shook him up. He back out there. The next year, he's taking hit after hit and is standing up. Shedeur gets hit consistently throughout the game. Back up, doesn't scream, goes out and balls out. And so how could you not see the Joe Burrow comp? The only reason why you don't see the Joe Burrow comp because you don't like Coach Prime. That's exactly what it is. Like,
facts.
You got to get the hate out your heart and you'll be able to see what we're talking about because it's obvious to the naked eye.
Yes.
Even Shedeur himself said Joe Burrow. I think you guys interviewed him at Big 12 Media Day.
Yeah.
He said Burrow. Like, so what are we even talking about? And Geno Smith is nice. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, the comp makes sense, but they're not saying it for that reason.
Right. Definitely.
And you know who else agrees with the Shedeur and Joe Burrow comp? Titans head coach Brian Callahan, who said something
fascinating,
recently.
right?
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? What do you think about that in terms of Shedeur's fit? Do you think Tennessee with Brian Callahan, who obviously coached Joe Burrow in Cincinnati, is kind of the best fit for Shedeur, or how do you kind of look at his ideal fit at the next level?
You know, I just answered this question, and I like to say that either Shedeur or Cam Ward fits in Tennessee because we've seen both styles work in Tennessee.
Yeah.
We saw Warren Moon work in Houston when they were Houston. We saw Steve McNair work in Tennessee. Steve McNair is Cam Ward. Warren Moon stylistically is Shedeur Sanders, pocket passer that can throw the football all the way down the field. Obviously, Warren had a stronger arm, but the passing, the pocket passing, and the athleticism and the playmaking of Steve McNair is Cam Ward. So both can work, you know. And I think for Coach Callahan and for him to throw out that comp like he did, there's a reason why. He said, I work with Joe Burrow. This looks exactly like Joe Burrow. I know this can work in my offense. I think this is the pick, right? Yeah. So it's just a great match. And when you have the quarterback, the coach that wants the quarterback and handpicks his guy, he's going to make it work. That's why people say, that's why they say, like, you're tied at the hip, the GM, the coach, and the quarterback, because everybody has to be on the same page. And if this guy is telling you, this is my guy, and the scouts are telling you, this is the guy, it's going to work. And I think that's where Tennessee is sitting in the catbird seat because they can't go wrong with either one. But if they choose Shedeur, we know this is the one that the coach pointed out unprompted in an interview.
Not to derail us down to what the Titans are going to do path, but if I'm Brian Callahan and I'm looking at Shedeur and I'm seeing Joe Burrow, the reason why he is the head coach of the Tennessee Titans right now is because of Joe Burrow.
Yes.
I don't know how he could stop himself from going out and trying to get the closest quarterback he can get and getting Shedeur.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, and especially when you think about – I brought this up a couple of times, when everyone is trying to find ways to poke holes in Shedeur's game. The one thing that he's going to have as a pro day one that he didn't have at Colorado nor at Jackson State is a run game. And not just like they have Eric Dixon in the backfield. No, it's just the fact they're going to be running the football. He's going to be throwing it 45 times a game.
Yeah.
So the balance alone is going to help people see the best of Shedeur Sanders. And now you're going to have the play-action pass. We know he does a great job when he has time and coming off play-action. All of those things, he's checking those boxes. He's going to have the benefit of a run game. They got a good collection of backs there in Tennessee. Had a great collection of wide receivers. They have a very good tight end. The defense was very good last year. The offense wasn't bailing them out. So now you get a guy that can come in, doesn't turn the ball over, and, that's huge. So you're going to have those long possessions. He's going to have a run game. He's going to be able to connect on those deep balls consistently. Yeah. Shedeur is going to hit the ground running. I have no doubt in my mind that he's going to be excellent from day one as a pro.
Love it. Travis Hunter, wide receiver, defensive back, or both? In the
yes.
NFL?
Like,
yes.
Here's the
all
thing.
the above.
All right. Here's what people sleep on, like, because they're focusing on the snap count.
Yeah.
And there's he's not going to play 145 snaps in the NFL. Of course not. Nobody does. Because if he's a starting receiver at the NFL level, he's probably going to be your number 3, which makes him be on the field for 40 snaps off. He can get a break in the NFL.
Yeah.
He can start at corner and still start at receiver and be the number 3 where he's not out there all the time. He's out there for whenever they use it through our receiver set. Mm-hmm. So he can start at both. I like him at corner. I like him at both, but I like him at corner and also receiver. But I say corner first because for me, it's all about can you score, can you take the ball away. He can do both. Yep. And when quarterbacks are throwing at him, you're literally throwing at a receiver. Yeah. Do not throw his way.
Yes.
When you look at Deion Sanders when he was Deion Sanders and not Coach Prime, I'm pretty sure there were other people that were great technical corners, had the perfect back pedal or the perfect weave and perfect in phase. The reason why you did not want to throw to Deion's side because he can catch. So do not throw that way. So Travis Hunter has that. I think everybody finally got hip to what he did. And there's a tweet out there, so if y'all want to go search my Twitter, I pointed out back-to-back plays he made at Jackson State in the Soul Bowl against Alcorn State. First play was the pass breakup across the middle field. Well, that's hard for a DB to cover, a receiver running full speed across the field. He broke up that pass. The next play, pick 6. It's like you couldn't ask for. Why would you go back at him? You know what I'm saying? Like, so
on the QB.
With Deion and with Travis is the same thing. I think the nation got hip to how special he is as a corner against UCF. When he drifted back in zone, read it, drove, accelerated, and turned the ball over. Like, that's insane. I don't think people understand. That's why it was frustrating to see former athletes knock Travis Hunter for like, bro, what he just did was insane. Like, you can't play both sides of the ball like that. He starts on both sides of the ball. And so I think at corner, he takes half the field away. He helps out your cornerback too. And on offense, I mean, you can't find he's already better than your 3rd best corner.
Yep.
So him as your 3 is going to put that entire secondary on notice because let's just say Travis Hunter goes to the New York Giants. So now you got Malik Neighbors and Travis Hunter. And, they have good talent in like a Wandale Robinson and a Darius Slayton, those type of guys, Jalen Hyatt that can take top off defense. How many corners do you have that can run? Yeah. How many corners do you have that can cover? Yep. And this one in Hunter doesn't need volume. And the crazy part is what we haven't seen him do, which I know is in his bag because he gives the ball in his hand. We haven't seen him return kicks.
Yeah.
So he might do that in the pros, because he's going to get a break. So he probably could, tap into 5 plays a game as a punt returner or kickoff returner and still have the same impact.
Most definitely. He had another play in that UCF game that, didn't end in a turnover, so it's not as talked about, but they tried to throw like a jump ball to Kobe Hudson in that game, and he damn near jumped and picked it out of the air with one hand.
And Kobe can jump, and Kobe was one that had a really good hula bowl too. So it's not a slouch that he's up against. Mm-hmm. He's up against because everybody wants to prove that they can throw at Travis Hunter. He's not that good of a player. And next thing you know, they try him. He turns it over. Mm-hmm. They don't go at him again.
Yep.
It's not that complicated, man. Football's not that hard.
At all. Emory, aside from obviously Travis and Shedeur, and we talked about a couple of the guys, Will Shepard, LeJontay, Jimmy Horn, some of the defensive guys, B.J. Green, the block bully. Aside from, like I said, Travis and Shedeur, who would you kind of plant your flag on as somebody who you believe really has a bright future in the NFL from this Colorado, class entering this 2025 draft?
I would say the combination of Wester and Horn. Shepard's going to be a good player. Shepard reminds me kind of like Darius Slayton. Kind of a guy I could see him playing a long time. But listen, I was big on Cavante Turpin because I covered the UFL as well. And watching how he won MVP there, I was like, man, the tweets are out there, folks. I keep saying it. This was during the playoff game. I was like, man, I'm surprised the Cowboys. This was when they played San Francisco out in San Francisco. I was like, I am shocked that they are not getting Turpin the ball on offense.
He's so explosive.
Why would you not? If he's explosive with the ball in his hand returning, why would you not on the wide receiver and the wide receiver run game. That's like easy plays.
Yeah.
All the little tap passes they do.
Extension of your run game.
Bingo. Next year, what they do? Get Turpin involved in the offense, right? So Horn, I can see that because Horn glides, and he is outstanding. Wester, I think people underestimate how good of a route runner he is.
Yes.
How quick he is to separate. Because a lot of guys that are his size play small.
Yes.
He doesn't play small. He plays, like he's a 5'11", 195.
100%.
Like he could bang on the inside. He does a good job in creating that separation, both in versus zone coverage. He could run away from man. He could beat you in man in press coverage. People underestimate how good of a route runner he is, and I think that's going to surprise some teams. So I can see both Wester and Horn, based on how the game is a matchup game, can have huge impacts as rookies and be really good players.
These guys know LeJontay Wester was my favorite player to watch all season.
Yeah.
I mean, on third down in the red zone, he is quite literally unguardable. And like you said, he plays bigger. Like, he does a really good job of avoiding contact, avoiding big hits. But he took a couple licks this season, and every time he's getting up, talking his mess, like he plays much bigger than he is. And again, his ability to create separation, just consistently get open, particularly, like I said, on third down and red zone, he's going to become a quarterback's best friend at the next level.
You know who that sounds like?
Who's that?
It sounds like Tyler Lockett. Like how many times?
That's nice. Yeah.
How many times we've seen?
Yeah.
And with CBS Sports, we do these prop bet shows in our pregame show, right? Like, and I always lock in on whenever we do a Seahawks game. I lock in on the longest pass prop for Tyler Lockett. It was like over under 25 and a half yards. Like, bro, every game he's catching a 35-yard over route.
Sure.
Like that's the one play they always leave him open on. Like he just, and it happens every game.
Yeah.
I can see Wester doing just that. Lockett is small, but how many times we see him go up the top in the corner of the end zone, get 2 toes down, to play big, take some hits.
100%.
Like so, again, people ignore history as a lot of people just think that whatever they saw is the first time everything just happened. Like no, we have since 1920 catalog of pro football players that we've seen, and so nothing is ever new. And if people just zoom out a little bit and expand the conversation, we wouldn't have the arguments we have on social media. You know what I'm saying? And people would realize, like, a lot of these guys can play, and there's a fit for everybody out there. He's playing at Colorado, a Power 4 program. Like, obviously he can play. You know what I'm saying? So I just think folks get kind of, tribal in how they believe things and forget that they've seen something like this before.
Yeah.
I love it.
No doubt.
That was
This was
awesome.
great, man. Thank you so much. All I got to say is that one of these places that broadcasts the draft, let's go.
Let's go.
One of these places that broadcasts the draft needs to figure it out, wise up, and have this man on the set. Like,
100%.
I don't want to hear anyone else talk about these guys. No one knows it like you do, man, so thank you.
I will listen, and I appreciate that. That means a lot. I will say this, for everyone out there, we put out the largest draft guide ever. Every year, over 1,000 individual scouting reports. So it's not like you'll see Shedeur Sanders scouting report and then you'll see a list of numbers. Like, no, if we grade a quarterback from Colorado School of Mines last year who broke all the records.
Right, yeah.
Matasha, I think we listed.
Yep.
He has an individual scouting report. So you'll see that in there, and it's the football game plan draft guide at footballgameplan.com/2025 draft guide. Over 1,000 individual scouting reports. So all the Buffs, you'll see them in the guide. Because, again, I've gone to 2 weeks from now will be my 8th All-Star game to wrap up the All-Star game circuit, the HBCU Legacy Bowl, which is here in New Orleans, 17th to the 21st. So I'll go to that one, and I would have gone to all 8 All-Star games. So I've seen all these prospects, breaking down the tape right now as we speak, and grading and prepping this draft guide. So get your orders in, your pre-orders in now. It usually comes out late March. And you'll be not only prepared for the NFL draft, CFL draft, UFL draft. When these dudes pop up on these rosters, like, man, who the hell this receiver is from, CSU Pueblo? It's like, oh, that's the boom. I got a report on him. So go get it.
Love it.
Best
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
Thank
Good
you,
stuff.
man.
Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate y'all,
Yes,
man.
sir.
I get you on that side. That's too
Yeah.
far. Almost too short.
I'll take it. Awesome stuff, man. Yeah, thank you, bro. We got Coach Sapp.
I was going to say, go ahead.
I was going to say, we got Coach Sapp coming up here in a second, too, but let's
I was going to say, let's take a break, yeah.
good break. Yes.
Yeah, it's dope stuff.
See you, bro.
man.
Take care.
Appreciate you, Emory. Good to see you.
Good to see you, man.
We
Thank
good?
you.
Shout out to our homies over at
Yeah, we're live.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll send it to you. All right, bet.
Shout out to the homies over at Live Well. My favorite friends out in Colorado. I've got lots of friends out in Colorado.
You miss them?
I do miss them.
I feel like you've been finding a way to live well still.
I've been known to get creative. But shout out to them, man. Seriously, one of the best, if not the best dispensary out there in Colorado. 25 convenient locations all across the state with the best selection in town as well. Their staff is awesome. They'll help you find exactly what you need. And head on over to livewell.com, place an order online. You can do it, view the entire menu, and when you do that, mention the code DNVR25 in store. You'll receive 25% off one regular priced item. Some restrictions apply. Shout out to the homies at Livewell.
Also, shout out to Ice Shaker. You can get your team-branded bottles today at iceshaker.com, and you can use the code ALLCITY25 for 25% off your order. These things are great, man. They'll keep your drinks ice cold. They'll mix in your protein if that's what you want to use them for. You can mix your drinks in there, and like I said, keep them cold all day. So many options, and they have sick designs. We don't have one with us, I don't think, but
No.
the one that we have with the Broncos has like sort of this kind of pattern on it, watermarked in there. It's real nice looking, man. Love them. Love these Ice Shakers. So go ahead and go over to iceshaker.com. Use the code ALLCITY25 for 25% off your order. There it is, Ice Shakers.
All right.
How good was that?
I mean, dude, that was elite.
Elite, bro.
Yeah.
One of the best in the business, like I said.
Yeah,
for
no
sure.
doubt.
That was dope.
Now, to go to 8 All-Star games, too,
I didn't even know there was 8 All-Star games.
that's so many players.
Yes.
Bro, does it feel just amazing, bro, every time you just get validated for your elite take, bro, that
So
comp,
good.
bro?
So good.
Scott was jealous of that validation, so he teed him up for a LeJontay Wester
Yeah,
question.
he did.
Dude, I had to make sure my boy LeJontay got his shine, man. No, but speaking of LeJontay, that Tyler Lockett comp was something that is going to stick with me for
that was
sure.
a great comp.
That was elite. I
Yep.
had not thought about that. I could definitely see that again. Similar build. And this is something I heard somebody else talk about. LeJontay was used a lot, in kind of the long passing game at FAU. That wasn't really a part of his game at Colorado because obviously when you have Will Shepherd, you have Travis Hunter, you have Jimmy Horn who can take the top off of defense. LeJontay Wester really kind of lived in the intermediate short area of the field. But he proved over the last, the 3 years, I believe, at FAU that he is definitely a deep threat. He can take the top off of defense as well, make plays, catches deep down the field. And I think assuming he goes in the right situation in the NFL, they're going to be able to tap back into that for sure.
Well, and Tyler Lockett was like a gadget player almost at K-State. Like
Yeah.
I almost remember him more for his like punt returns
For
and
sure.
kick returns at K-State, which is what
Yeah.
LeJontay did
Also
a lot
has.
at FAU. I
Yep.
mean, he had the one this year. They didn't really get him going in the return game this year at Colorado, but he's going to fit in there. He's going to be like way more than a gadget player. He's going to be like jack of all trades for an NFL team.
Definitely.
Yep, I love it.
All right, we've kept him waiting long enough. Coach Sapp, ready?
He was so good, man. This is a great interview. I'm excited for you guys.
He was unreal. Here he is. All right, we're here with Colorado D-line coach, assistant D-line coach.
No. That is the senior quality control
Senior
analyst.
quality control analyst.
Damn, y'all kids don't Google. They say that's all y'all do be on the internet. Phones out the whole 9 yards. Ain't nobody got no paperwork that tells you what this is. I'm joking. But I am the senior quality control analyst.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Well, what's up, Coach? How you been? Looking back on your first season coaching, how was that for you?
Oh, my God. I describe it in 2 ways, magical and motivating. Because it was magical driving over this hill every morning and seeing those mountains because I'm a Florida boy. Snow cap on the top. My old lady calls them postcards. She's like, it looks like a postcard. It ain't real.
It does.
So I come over this thing, and then the kids coming in every morning, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, ready to learn, eager to do right, because that's our call in our room, do right. Whatever you want in life, do right, and everything will come back to you.
I think one of the coolest parts about this season, Coach, was you and, Damian Lewis, Coach D. Lou, kind of working together in tandem with that defensive line. Just
It was 3 of us.
Of
It was
course,
Dancy,
and Dancy as well.
too. So
For sure, just kind of how that worked together with you three and how you were able to get the best out of that group.
when you're teaching one thing and you have one voice, there's just 3 different inflections.
Right.
That's it. Dancy might cuss a little bit. I'm going to cuss a little bit. D-Lo will cuss a little bit. Then
A little bit.
sometimes, a little bit. But then, it's good cop, bad cop sometimes. And we just really was teaching the basics of it over and over and over. And I teach them, it's the tedious repetition of the simplest movements that will make you great. When you ride a bike, you know how to ride a bike because you ride a bike one way.
Definitely.
You know how to do certain things because you do it one way. It becomes like breathing, like living, like drinking, like anything you want in life, go. Put the work in. I don't fear a man that practices 1,000 kicks. I fear a man that practices one kick 1,000 times. because he's deadly with it.
Yeah.
Last year when we talked to you here, we were, just kind of figuring out if you were coming to Boulder and all that stuff.
Yeah, we did have a conversation.
Yeah,
I remember that. Yeah.
I'm curious, now that you have a year under your belt, do you have like something you want to aspire to as in coaching? Do you want to become a head coach one day? Have you, thought that far down the road?
Who wants to be a head coach? There's got to be a coach's son or something like that, or somebody with a calling like Dion. I don't think. No, I don't want to be a head coach. I don't even want to be a defensive coordinator. No, pass rush coordinator. I want to teach what I know.
Yeah.
Because that's the one thing I think we have an issue with. Too many people trying to put shit on their plate. Teach what you know and master in it. If you're good at it, it will show. I mean, why keep putting more on your plate and you can't handle it? You're the one that know you can't handle it. So I know what I can handle. Give me 4 across, 15, 20 in a room, and I'm good. You know what I'm saying? What we say? No more than 25 for a teacher in a room, and then I got my man D. Lou in there, so we good.
Yeah.
So it's, we do it like this. You got the nose? Yeah, I got the 3. I always ask them, you got the nose, because I don't want to look at the nose. I don't want to look at the one. I don't want to look at the one. I don't. But I will, and then we get to yelling, I'm yelling at the nose. He's like, dude, I got the nose. I'm like, no, I saw him. This is one of those things. We just going to coach what we know and love and make sure the kids do right. And if they do right, they got generational wealth in front of them. Jesus Christ. I mean, for somebody that got $32 a weekend, I'm watching these kids. I mean, my freshman dropped this wallet, and I picked it up, and I said, let me just –
That's humbling right there.
It's a different age than when you were playing, right?
What
would you have done in the NIL era?
I don't know. Tell me. Because I always tell people, name, image, and likeness means that Coca-Cola, Pepsi coming to tell say an 18, 22-year-old kid can help them sell product. Does that make sense to you? No.
Kinda.
No.
No?
It doesn't. What major brand is an 18 to 22-year-old kid going to help you sell anything?
Well, I mean, if you're Shedeur Travis, though, it's a different story.
Now, you're talking about 1-2 players out of how many?
Yeah.
Maybe 5 in the whole country?
That's true.
So what NIL we talking about?
Well, it's NIL in quotations. That's how they handle it.
The Trojan horse, and then what's inside of it. Okay.
Just coaching with Coach Rob, DC at Colorado.
Oh.
I mean, you've been on some legendary defenses. What have you seen from him just working with him last year?
Just a genuine love for the kids in the game, and a genuine love for us in the room, because he'll go around the room. What we calling? This is the situation. We all get input. And I remember the Nebraska game. We came out the second half. He was a totally different dude. I walked in his office on Monday. I said, I don't know who the hell that guy was in the second half of that Nebraska game, but I want to go everywhere in the world with him. Give me him every day of the week. Do you hear me? I don't never want to go into a game without that guy. That guy right there, I'll fight with, for, and take a bullet. As long as it don't kill me. Bullets hurt.
What was it about that, though? What changed in him?
Nah, that's just an inside thing between me and him. He'll know exactly what it is when he hears it. So, it's just I walked in his office. I said, I don't know who that guy was, but I want him. I need him.
Now that you showed me him, I need to see him every day.
You done brought him out. Maya Angelou said it best. When someone shows you who they are the first time, believe them. And I fell in love with that man. Oh, my goodness.
So this Colorado defense led the Big 12 in sacks in 2024. More than half of that sack production is coming back here in 2025. How much better do you think this defensive line, this pass rush can be, this year?
We just started. We just got the foundation, laid, and it's a solid foundation. Now we're going to put the pillars up and put a roof on this thing and make it a pavilion. Because we just going to keep building on what we have. The foundation is there. We have our core group of guys, and whoever's joining will do it our way and do it right. Yeah. They will implement it on them. That's what you want. You want a culture to where you just standing there and they're implementing what you're going to do. Yeah, that's what you want, because that's how it gets fixed.
Definitely.
Once it's fixed and you get on the sideline, I show it to you, coach, we doing this, boom. Yeah, let's go. Definitely. Now we on fix, on to the next one. Admittance is the first step to recovery.
100%.
I need that message today, I'll tell you what.
We all do. We acknowledge, baby. I know it. I had a crawfish brawl last night. What? Yeah.
How validating was it for you to see that production? Oh, let's see what we got here.
Ooh,
Oh,
that ain't
wow.
no regular boil right there.
No, yeah, you went crazy last night.
This is my
They're
dream.
my people. They did it for me. The table and everything, trash can in the middle, the whole 9 yards, just suck and drop.
That looked like a crawfish
Suck, pull, and drop.
charcuterie board.
Suck, pull, drop. Suck, pull, drop. And I'm going to tell you the thing you put in your broil. Sweet potatoes.
Oh,
Now, what was that question
Yeah,
again?
I've never
sweet
heard that
potatoes.
before. It's always
Sweet
regular potatoes.
Sweet potatoes and cut them.
Sheesh.
Oh, my God. Go.
Can we make that happen in Boulder?
Oh, we'll have a broil.
All
I'll
right.
bring the boys out.
Sweet.
Yeah, they'll come.
We'll go
They'll come.
golfing.
They'll come. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the fall, we'll come. We'll go
All
play golf on Thursday, 9 holes. I'm not playing 18 when the season because you got to get out.
Yeah.
You got to get out. You just want to get in a little bit and then get back out.
I love it.
I'm more of an eater in the fall anyway, so. Yeah.
I remember hearing Tiger Woods one time talking about how he didn't think he could be a golf coach because he didn't know how to teach what he did.
Now,
The
that's
opposite-
different. That's different.
Well-
That's totally different.
How come?
Totally different. Because Tiger Woods thinks there's only one way to play golf, his way. And
Yeah.
the way he won is the only way to play golf. There's 9 different ways to play defensive tackle. Trust me, I can't cookie cut him. If I
Yeah.
can reproduce Warren Sapp, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
But you were able to teach guys how to get after the passer much better than they were before you got
It's a
there.
mentality and it's a pack because they did it together. If you want to do it individually, you're in the wrong room. That's why I tell them you're in the wrong room because we're going to be a pack. It's already 5 on 4.
Yeah.
And now if you all by yourself, now it's 3 on 5. Come on, man. And the lone wolf dies. But the pack of wolves, they eat every time. They eat every time. And that's what I told them. I said, we got to come at this together. And I showed them my boys' tape. We sacked the quarterback 69 straight games in Tampa.
Wow.
And I went to asking them who's on there. I know you know me.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the rest of them?
yeah.
And it's Greg Spires, Chartrick Darby, Ellis Williams. It ain't household names.
Right.
But we band together as men to go get it done. You ain't got to be Superman to get this thing done. You just got to be somebody that will do his job all the time. Do right.
Definitely.
Do right. That's what we talk about. Do right. If you got to set the game up, set the game up. If you're coming to pick, go get to his hip, pick, then we come around. Come on. This ain't rocket science.
It
Trust
ain't.
me,
No,
fellas.
it's a simple
Trust
game.
me. And we make it complicated with
Yeah.
our thought process and our selfishness and our BS. That's what it is. What did Jesus say? Minus the BS, life's great, right?
I don't remember what direct quote. Which book was
Yeah,
that?
what passage?
Jeezy.
Oh, easy for sure, for
The
sure.
book of Jeezy. 103, baby.
Say
103.
Man, I'm trying to get our guy Neely out here. I thought we might
Yeah.
do a live Wednesdays with Warren, but
What needed here?
I don't know.
You tell me.
He'll be
He
here
in
soon.
Mississippi.
He's supposed to.
He might be coming Friday.
All right.
All right.
If he coming Friday, we'll hook up.
Let's
I
go.
promise you, I'll come
That's a
back.
bet.
Let's
I'll
go.
come back. I got a day pass. I need another one.
We got you.
We
We got you.
Yeah,
I got him one.
And then get George Chin. I got to bring my guy with me too. And then we good.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
no worries.
I like y'all. Y'all
Appreciate
make,
you, Coach.
Y'all make,
Appreciate
y'all
that,
make it
Coach.
wonderful for
You're
me,
the man,
Yeah,
Coach.
yeah,
Thank you, man.
No, thanks for having me, fellas.
What a guy.
Oh man, which one? You thought we were gonna call out Warren Sapp, the chat?
Crazy.
That was dope.
You just let that man cook go, or bro. Like you can't let him do anything other than just go and do his thing. Like
Yeah, you just try to get him on a pathway.
Mm-hmm.
That was great though, man. He's I mean, you just see it takes 10 minutes sitting with him like this to understand why he's loving coaching so much. He has all of this energy and exuberance to give.
Yeah.
And obviously he's an expert in his field, and it's just such a great combination to lead to coaching.
the guy's just got to feed off of that. Like
Yes.
how can you not? Like he's not only teaching you, you're not only getting Hall of Fame knowledge and experience, kind of passed down to you, but he is just unbelievably energetic and just is always himself.
The chat really wanted me to hit Coach Sapp with a pause. That just wasn't coming out of me. I was.
I thought of it. I thought of it.
Hey, but no, I thought it was also cool, too. We talked about this after the interview earlier, but it seems like Coach Sapp is doing exactly what he wants to do.
Yes.
He's not interested in being the head coach. He literally has, who the hell would want to do that? He don't want to be a DC. He don't want to do nothing but, coach the position that he was so dominant in and for so long in the NFL. And I think that's so cool, particularly, on this staff. Again, working with Damian Lewis as well, their connection, again, now Dancy last year was also a part of that trio. It'll be Hilo this year. But, just how they're able to work together and get the most out of that group. I mean, it's a big reason why the defensive line was so improved, why the pass rush was so improved, why Colorado led the whole conference in sacks, and why I asked them. I think that they have the ability, the potential to be even better from a defensive line, from a pass rush perspective in 2025. Again, returning more than half of that sack production. I'm so excited for Amari McNeil, who I meant to ask about, and some of those other guys. Keaton Wade, Arden Walker, the rest of those guys, even the transfers as well. It's gonna get scary.
Ivan's right. Neely would have hit him with the pause.
Yeah, it's true. That's why we wanted him here. That's why we wanted him here. He'll be here, though, I think. I think we're going to get Neely eventually.
Someone clip this and send it to him. Neely, he's got to be out here.
By the way, did you see who just walked by?
Yeah.
It was Portia.
Yep.
Oh.
Good to see her. She didn't follow the sign instructions.
I know.
But that's okay.
She would have nailed the over, too. Yeah. We got a little bit of time, though.
That was fun. That made for a very, very great show.
Yep. Chat? Questions?
Oh. What, are you still laughing at the chat?
Yes.
Chat wildin'. Hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel.
Crush the thumbs up. We need we need some more love on these shows from New Orleans. These have been fun.
Thanks.
And they're only going to get better.
Yep.
Just some super chats today. East Coast Kev says, salute DNVR. I hope Coach Sapp gets every single penny he deserves. If you know, you know. Go Buffs.
Me too.
Amen.
Thank you. Appreciate you, brother.
Another one from East Coast Kev says, Jake, I was hoping you wore your sparkling gold jacket today. Let the hater hate. Diana Ross would be proud.
I told y'all it's coming back. Don't worry.
Yeah, it is.
Don't worry.
Stay tuned.
It has a purpose in this life.
It does. It does.
Super sticker from Big TZ. Video game controller poses triumphantly in between the words critical hit.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Critical hit. Critical hit to the haters who said Shedeur wasn't like Joe Burrow.
Probably the best take of my life, if I'm being completely honest.
And I think Emory perfectly encapsulated why people are so quick to, he's Geno Smith, but Joe Burrow is a step too far because they think of Geno Smith as the guy who flamed out, fizzled out the New York Jets.
Yes.
But they all pretty much people think of Joe Burrow as the guy who set records at LSU, made a Super Bowl in his first year as a full-time starter. And that would be too much credit to give Shedeur Sanders that comp. But Geno Smith you can have. And, again, that just kind of speaks to the double standard of when it comes to evaluating Shedeur Sanders and him just being the son of Coach Prime.
100%, man.
Facts.
One more super chat from East Coast Kev says, it's amazing how 13 of the 14 high school recruits are already in Boulder putting in work. CU has come a long way, but then again, Coach Prime doesn't recruit high school kids, right? Sarcasm.
Great super
Hell
chat.
yeah.
No, man. I mean, we've talked a lot about it. This recruiting class, they are resetting the tone at Colorado, resetting the culture, raising the bar, I guess would be the word.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just so excited to see that new chapter, this new group. There's definitely some older guys still on the team, but I feel like the combination of last year's freshman class and this year's freshman class are kind of going to see this as like their story, their beginning of a whole new, journey with the Buffs. So I'm really excited to see what that has.
Definitely.
Can't wait.
Super chat from Mr. Hillsman. Thank you. Says, shout out all the DNVR folks behind the scenes.
Shout out
5%.
to Mr. Hillsman for always shouting out the folks behind the scenes.
Yes.
True. We have a lot here, though, at the Super Bowl of people behind the scenes. Obviously, Alyssa with us every day, but Allie, Marissa, Emma, all of the different producers from all the shows,
No doubt.
all working their asses off here.
Definitely.
Squad.
Well,
This will probably be our last chance this week, assuming that our next two shows will be very busy, to actually talk about the Super Bowl. You got any takes you want to get off?
go Saquon, go Eagles.
Yeah.
We have to end this tyranny.
Yes.
I think we'll be seeing history this weekend, and I hope people take that for what it is and appreciate that.
Bro, can you stop?
Bro, I regret everything.
I'm honestly shocked that you even asked that question right now,
Lord.
but it is what it is. I mean, again, Just appreciate greatness, y'all.
Oh, my God.
I'm not talking
bro.
about anything in particular or specific, but just in general, you know.
I'm glad you
Scott,
feel
I'm
that
going
way
to have to
about.
mute your mic.
Thank you.
not a
Thank
listen
you.
to. Wow.
Thank
I'm glad you feel that way about Nick Sirianni, man.
That's what I'm saying. I could be talking about
Appreciate
everything. You know,
greatness.
appreciate
I
greatness.
mean,
That's
for
all
real,
I'm saying.
Saquon Barkley, just an all-time great season. You just got to appreciate it.
Just don't take stuff for granted, you know, when you get a chance to witness some special things happening.
Ooh,
you know?
I have a take. So Saquon is going to, I think he's 30 yards away from breaking the all-time rushing record of
TD's
single
record.
season plus playoffs.
TD's record, right?
Yes. Terrell Davis had number 1. Do you know who had number 2 before this year? It was Terrell Davis.
Hell yeah.
How the hell did it take so long to get that man into the Hall of Fame?
Because, you know, I mean, obviously the career was cut short, but, man, he was so fucking good.
Greatest play. Like, all we ever do is talk about how playoffs define careers, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The greatest playoff running back of all time had to wait like 10 years to get into the Hall of Fame.
Literally,
Crazy
his
run.
playoff runs are like why I'm a Broncos fan, basically.
Yes.
I saw that guy. I saw those colors, the unis, and I was like, yep, that's it right there.
I mean, honestly, watching the last Eagles game, that reminded me of those Broncos teams. Just
Hey.
watching Saquon just tear them up.
Preach, breathe. Excuse me. Preach, breathe.
Look at what Ivan says.
Of course we would.
Talk
do
to
you
him,
mean?
breathe.
Of course we would. What's the comment?
He said, bruh, send that men's back to the Colorado.
I thought you were going to say the ones about the get Scotty a ref jersey.
A ref jersey is crazy.
He needs that too, man.
Yeah, that'll be Scotty's version of the gold jacket. He's got to wear a ref shirt on Friday. His favorite team.
It is dope, though, how we come to the Super Bowl and our focus is, like, not the Super Bowl.
At all.
Yeah.
At all.
It's crazy.
All right.
That's it.
Show's about to end. The under hit.
It was close.
It was.
It was a perfect
It
number.
was a perfect line, yes.
Perfect number.
Yeah, well set
Perfect
line.
Doesn't count. I put a sign on the side of our set today that said, if you're reading this, yell "Go Buffs." So only one person did it. The line was 1.5.
Yeah.
What's
Unless
the plan?
this lady's
Vegas
gonna
always
do it.
knows.
What's the plan tonight, boys?
We outside with it?
Shut up, bro.
Rest and recover. Rest and recover.
This guy, man. He's
Says
been on
Scotty,
one.
who went home at 11 last night.
Yeah.
Tell
It was
him.
like 11:30, you feel
Tell
me?
him.
Must be
It was 11:30.
must be easy to think about going out for you.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, let's get
Oh,
it, dog.
please.
Let's get it.
Have
We
fun by
outside.
yourself.
I'm actually feeling a lot better right now.
Yes, you
So-
are.
I am too. I'm telling you. Ever since we talked to
Yeah.
Warren Sapp, he kind of changed my life.
Straight up.
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
We got to find a great meal.
Yes,
Amen.
Yeah.
I'm
So
about it.
that's my sole focus.
I mean,
No,
Coach Sapp's.
that was a play on words, by the way. Sole focus.
Coach
Nice,
Sapp's
nice.
crawfish boil though. That looks fire.
Bro, he might have changed my life throwing the idea of throwing the sweet potatoes in there instead of regular potatoes. I had quite literally never even contemplated that.
I've been telling people for
Game
years
changer.
that my dream in life is to go to a crawfish boil, and I still have never gone to one. So I'm really hoping that happens soon. I was talking to Jeff Kavanaugh, who hosts our Cowboys podcast. He says he has one every 3 weeks.
What?
So at least I know I have that in the back pocket.
All right. Well, we'll be back here. Was it week 6? TCU, Fort Worth, at least.
It's true. That is true. I don't know if
Nice.
that's in season or what. No, I think it's not. I think it's like March to May or something like that.
What, like crawfish season.
Mhm.
Oh. Bummer.
Suck and drop.
Suck, pull, and drop.
Thank you. How could I forget the pull?
Oh, let's end on that.
We'll be back tomorrow from Media Row.
Media Row.
Let's go Buffs.
Let's go Buffs.
Squad.
We all silly like the mayor.